Child, I'm late. I'm over here just reading stuff and looking at stuff and listening to stuff. And I'm like, whoop, I'm running a little bit behind schedule here. So hopefully y'all come on in and don't penalize me for not being on time. How is everyone doing? Let me make sure we're live over here on. No, we're not. Let's see what's going on over here on the Rumbles. Oh, oh God. Here we go. Why are we not live on Rumble? Oh, here we are. I think we are. Okay, good. We're live on Rumble. Ooh, child. How's everybody doing? Hey, Layla, how are you? How are you? We're going to let people come on in the room. We're going to talk about the new moon. I'm a little off center today. We're going to talk about the new moon in Taurus. The new moon in Taurus that is coming up on May the 7th of 2024. I'm going to take apart, review the chart. We're going to chitty chat, chit chat all about it, and hopefully give you some empowerment and some things that you can do over the next few days to be able to really how can I say this, to really utilize this energy for the best purposes that you can. And I want you to really step into something brand new. I want you to step into uh taking back your power of um speaking to power, um and also, how can I put this? We talk a lot about taking back your power and blah 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 blah, but how often do you really recognize how to do it, why to do it, why it's so important? And it's not often that we have a lunar cycle that gives us this much rah energy. Like, this is the new moon that's going to put a battery in your back. Hey, Debbie, how's it going? This is the new moon that's going to put a battery in your back. Y'all, let me go ahead on. Hold on one second. I got to move my life around because I'm off kilter and it's really bothering me. I don't like being not in the center of the screen. That's a little bit better. It's just going to be what it is today. So a lot of times we talk about this sort of thing, but we don't really necessarily like know how to take that power. We don't really understand what that truly means. And I think that's because we don't really identify what where we have lost the power, or where we have missed out on, okay, wait, this area of my life I've been disempowered. So this area of my life is an area that I need to really examine, and then see where I've been disempowered, see why and how I've been disempowered, and then begin to take it back. So we're going to talk about all that. Before we get started, everybody, as you're coming in, hello, Rumble. How are you? Hello to Rumble. Hello to Facebook. Hello to YouTube. We are on all three. Oh, y'all, you could tell I've not been on camera all day because, well, not in public. That now immediately then I start yawning. So pardon me, it's getting a little late here. It's like 8 o'clock, and I'm trying to decide what else I'm gonna do tonight before I get up tomorrow. Um, Before I forget, some of you who are on my mailing list have received this information. If you're not on my mailing list, go to heartofinspiration.net and get on my mailing list. I am about to launch my certified spiritual life coach program, so spiritual life coach certification program that is about to be launched like this week. But tomorrow I'm having an informational session. Oh, it would help if I spelled certified correctly. I'm about to launch have an informational session tomorrow from 2 p.m. Eastern, uh, 11 a.m. over on the West Coast, and that's going to last all the way until 3 p.m. So we're just going to be together for about an hour. And so if you all want to find out about how to do so, if you've been wanting to do that, I'm going to give you some tips. I'm going to give you some information on that, and then also help you understand why my particular certification course is vastly different than everybody else. I was just having a discussion with my very dear friend Jace, and he was like, "Girl, what you're offering all of this for this? You're offering all of this for this?" He was like, "Girl, it's just an amazing opportunity." So, all right. We'll let some more people come in the room. Y'all come on and like, share, subscribe on your way in. Let's get started again, because I don't want to be here all night. And I'm sure you don't either. I'm sure y'all have other things y'all would rather be doing than sitting here listening at me. So here, let's get to the chart, and we can see. Let me take this down. Y'all know who I am. I don't need for y'all to see this. Okay, good. All right. So we're going to work with the chart here as it is laid out from the perspective of Earth. Now, if you all are not familiar, oh my God, I really have to stop this yawning. If you're not familiar how I do this, it's been a little bit since I've done this. I bring up the chart, when we bring up new moon charts or full moon charts or any lunar charts, period, it is from the perspective of Earth, of course, and it is as if you were born on the day at the time that the new moon is going to be at its zenith, which I can tell you, bear with me one moment, it is going to be at its strongest. Give me 1 second, I can tell you. This is actually May 8th. So it's going to be at its strongest Eastern time at 3:21 in the morning. So just after midnight on the West Coast will it be its strongest on Wednesday, May 8th, 2024. And as you can see from the chart, is in Taurus. And what is a new moon? For those of you who have not been around or may not know for sure, okay, we're going to do that's okay. For those of you that do not know, it is when. Why is this chart looking weird? This is so strange. Okay, it is when the sun and the moon are conjunct. Now, for whatever reason, however this darn drew this, the moon's not going to be over there. The moon is going to be over here. It's 18. So the sun and the moon are actually over here. A lot of this is a little bit misplaced, but it's going to be at 18 degrees, so just halfway through Taurus. And actually, interestingly enough, in the second house, this is a Placidus chart, in the second house itself. Why is this kind of important to me? Because that means everybody's at home. So from the Earth's perspective, this is a true Taurus event. It is happening in the second house, which Taurus rules. Venus home, as we can see right here at 10 degrees. Venus is at home, in just scooching past into the second house. So the chart ruler, so to speak, is in the same place with the sun and the moon all at the same time. This is very powerful because this is allowing you to see what you love in a very open, in a very logical, not devoid of emotion and energy, but I'm going to say it's devoid of the fear factor. This is what I truly love. This is what I truly want. Taurus is the sign of I have. The second house is the sign of I have. You might think, well, Taurus is an earth sign. It is a fixed earth sign. So why would Venus rule a fixed earth sign? Because truly, this gives you the ground from which all that you truly want, all that you truly love, all that you truly desire springs forth. Okay? So it is the basis of which what you truly wish to create and what you want to see in your life at your core, what you really, really, really want to possess, springs forth. Not only does it spring forth, Venus is that sign of kind of luxuriation. It's a sign of, oh, is there an easy way we can do this? Is there an easy way we can do this? Hello, I am Leo Aries. Hello. Is there an easy way? Is there a energetically flowing way where I don't have too many obstacles, because I don't really want to deal with all that yin yang. I don't want all that. I just want this to flow. And I want my desires to be everything, right? That I have always wanted. And because of this, hey, Famish for more, good evening. Because of this, there is a strong move, a strong pull, a strong desire then to now, after all of this retrograde time that we've been in, there's been a lot of retrogrades. There's been a lot of, kind of lunacy and craziness. Now, during this time, can we just kind of be positive and look forward to something um, good, great, and grand? We've been dealing with a lot of emotional baggage. We've been dealing with a lot of unanswered questions in during like the recent moon cycles, right? There's been a lot of questions. I don't know about you, but me myself, there's just been a lot of things. I'm like, you know what? I could do this way, but maybe not. Maybe I should do it this way, maybe not. This is crazy. I don't normally yawn like this. Maybe does this person really have my best interest at heart? Should I really be having this person in my life? There's just a lot of that has been going on, a lot of unanswered questions, a lot of emotional baggage, and I will say even in the I got to put a little bit of the maybe I'll do a separate video tonight yet on the how we're seeing this in life in general. Because if you've noticed over the last few months, I know you ain't been under a rock. We've had a lot of, even going back to November, December, right? Before 2024 ever really came in and started doing what 2024 is doing, being an 8 year, okay? Being a year of new beginnings, being also a year of karma, okay? Being a year of new beginnings, but also being a year of karma. This is the year that you reap what you sow. And technically, the year didn't even start till March. So trust and believe 2024 is going to be 2024 and all the way up until March 21st of next year, 2025. That being said, we've seen a lot of lawsuits. We've seen a lot of allegations. We've seen a lot of people who got raided. We've seen a lot of people, this person being the whispers. Oh, you were affiliated with this person. Well, was you doing the same thing? Also, there's, for me personally, and again, I think I really need to do a separate video about what's happening energetically in Black culture and the hip hop culture, especially because, pardon me, I just don't see a lot of it in the other culture, but in other cultures. But I'm seeing a lot of it, what's happening in Black culture, hip hop culture, pop culture in Black and within Black America. And what's happening here is a lot of the whispers and things, the questions we have had, or the things we just kind of knew in the background is just coming out. It's just like now we're getting confirmation, right? But we still have questions and still have answers to them. I'm sure that in the last 3 months specifically, you have probably since March, maybe even since January, you've been dealing with a lot of emotional baggage that all of a sudden maybe you forgot, maybe you didn't realize it was that important, but you're now identifying how that's affected you and your life in general, where you may not have seen that before. So there's a lot of this that's going on, and how is this truly what we want? You would have thought we would have come out of 2020, 2021, and we did a lot of self-discovery as a collective then. But now the rubber's meeting the road because this had time to mature. The energies had time to marinate. You've had time to really kind of sit in it and be like, you know what? Maybe I didn't want to see this before, but baby, I'm truly, truly, truly seeing it now. That what I thought I knew about myself in 2020 and 2021, now it's either I got to step into it or we just ain't gonna do the darn thing. Like it just is what it the frick is. You understand what I'm saying to you? So this is where we're at, where we find ourselves in the midst of this new moon. Now, technically, Venus is not within orb or within 5 to 7 degrees where it's really necessarily affecting this new moon. It's kind of hanging out in the wing saying, okay, I'm here. I'm going to gently help you flow in all of this as we're going forward. Hey, MPE, how you doing? But now let's go back. So what we also have, I'm going to stay in the house of Taurus because what I want to also call your attention to, and I'm going to put this in a little bit of red, is the fact, y'all remember a couple weeks ago, maybe last week it was, I talked to y'all about the Jupiter Uranus conjunction. I talked to you about this, I think it was either at the full moon or I talked to you about it just recently. And that Uranus Jupiter conjunction, now Jupiter's been conjunct and now it's gone on past. It's at 25 degrees in Taurus. So let me just hit on that just a little bit. Jupiter's almost out of Taurus. Jupiter's the gift giving, the main benefic, the large, the grand benefic of the zodiac, of astrology. It is the biggest gift giver. It is the biggest expander. It is the biggest giver of dreams and passions and making a way for it to happen. Uranus is the great disruptor. Uranus is the great disruptor. Uranus is like, listen, you've been playing around and you've been knowing for a long time that you weren't supposed to be doing X, Y, and Z. You've been knowing for a long time you're supposed to step into doing A, B, and C. However, you decided you just gonna sit here and you're just not gonna do it. You're gonna fall into fear, fall into this, fall into that, whatever the case is, and you just is not gonna do it. Uranus is like, guess what? Let me rock your world. You ever have a situation in like we talk about this in the church, where in the church we talk about this a lot, where if you don't move, God will sometimes move you, or God will move things and take something out of your life you should have been let go, or you know what I'm saying. I don't know if I want to blame that on God. I think it's just the universe at some point, or I can't we say it's time when it's time for you to move. If you're living a life of love, of light, of peace, of I want to see people win, of I want to see good things happen to everyone. If you're living that life, but and you're starting to go through that shadow work and that healing and that transformative time in your life, and things are in your way and you refuse to do anything about it, it will get moved for you. It will, because you are growing, you are expanding, and now this is incongruent. You cannot be out of balance for an extended period of time without getting into balance. The scales must always, there must always be an equal and opposite in this dual world we live in. Uranus is that great disruptor to say, excuse me, pardon me, We need to change that. This ain't for you. You ain't about that life. Do you understand? Now Jupiter's kind of moving away, but it's still within orb. So you still have a time period here. And I want you to take this new moon as that time frame, as that energy to say, I haven't missed it yet. I have I still have time and the opportunity to move forward with my dreams. I still have time and the opportunity to elevate myself and take the offering that my higher self, in conjunction with God, universe, source, creator, is handing to me because you were born for such a time as this. There is not another time. You were born for such a time as this. I don't know what else you need for someone to say to you past you were born for such a time as this. I don't know how many more confirmations you need that you were born for such a time as this. I don't know how many more confirmations you need that you are great, that you are blessed, that you are highly favored, that you came here with a purpose. You came here to accomplish something. You came here to change the world in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And even if it is the local world that you live in, it is still will have ripple effects across the entirety of the collective and the entirety of the earth plane. Why is that? Because when you touch 10, when you touch 100, when you touch 200, when you touch 1,000, right? What is it? One could put 100 a flight, but 10 could put 10,000, something along those lines. I'm sorry, I forgot that whole verse. I don't know why, but it is an exponential effect because each of those 100 people that you touch will then go and they will touch another 100 and those 100 will touch another. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you have a purpose. You came here with a plan. Even if, let me tell you something, you don't have to be like me and on YouTube. You could be doing this from the seat in your cubicle, right? With the business and the people that are around you, with the customers that maybe you take their calls, or the people that you support, or the people that you lead. Okay? This is why it's important and imperative to understand what you're meant to do and then also gain skills and abilities and modalities in order to help people in their day-to-day lives. Do you understand? Okay. Now, NPU, there's no apologies necessary, my dear. There's no apologies necessary. Okay. I'm glad we could answer the questions. Hello, Goddess Essence Energy. Peace and wholeness. I haven't seen you in a while. Hello, my dear. There you go. There you go. So it's in the further confirmation. Hey, Sebastian. So now here we are in this space, in this time, on this new moon. And this is a very strong manifestation moon. Why? Because all these other super moons, and we're in another super moon, all these super moons have stirred up the intense emotions, especially this last full moon. But now we have to have Venus optimism. Okay, we've got Venus optimism here. That's here, and it's going to help us and guide us as we're going through the rest of the shaking. Okay? So as you're initially looking into, well, how am I feeling? How do I react and whatnot? Now here we have not only the opportunity to let go of the negativity, but we have a battery in our back. And let me show you where that battery in your back is. The battery in your back is Mars is at home at 5 degrees Aries. Mars is at home. We have the North Node here as well at 14 degrees. And then we have Chiron and Mercury, both in Aries conjunct. Let me explain what all of that means. Mars being at home in Aries, do you know how it feels when you go home? If home is in a good space, you know, or wherever you feel like home. Let me put it that way. You go to your home turf. When you go to your home turf and you got that support system around you, just even if it's just the energy, but it's around you, you feel like you could do anything. Am I right? Also, if anybody, any mother trucker has messed around with you, baby, you ready. You like, okay, not today. You know what? We not finna do this no more. I'm at home. What you're not fixing to do is do me dirty in my house. That's what you're not going to do. We're not going to take this no more. So that's that Aries. I'm going to be a little selfish and take care of me energy. I'm going to set proper boundaries energy. I'm going to speak my mind energy. And I kind of don't care how it comes off anymore because you have taken me to the last straw. You done took me to the end. I am pissed off beyond festivity. I have had it. This is the energy. When I said tear down the principalities and the powers that are ruling in your own life, and then those that are ruling globally, those of us that are called to that, this is what I'm saying. We know what's right and we're going to stand on it. You know what's right, so it's time for you to stand on it. You know who's done you dirty, so it's time for you to stand on it. You know that there has been oppression that has been in your life, so it's time for you to stand on it. You know there has been some stinking thinking that has been imparted into your being and that is not serving you any longer, so it's time to stand on it. You know that that what your mama went through and what your daddy went through, what your grandmama went through, what your granddaddy went through, what your aunt, your uncle, and on so down the generations, while they taught you these things as a child and while they were trying to help you, their burdens in their era are not your burdens in yours. You It's time for you to leave it to hell back where it belongs with them. If that ex used to talk about you like a dirty dog and call you all kinds of this, that, everything but a child of God, as they say, and that ex did you wrong, it's baby, does that really mean that you are that kind of person? Are you really a low life? Are you really a do nothing? Are you really an idiot? Are you really stupid? Are you really you have no are you really lacking of common sense? I'm gonna tell you probably most likely not. If you're listening to me, you definitely got a little bit of common sense. So I'm gonna tell you that you're probably not without common sense. So why don't you leave that back over there where that belong at? That don't belong to you. That don't belong to you. That's not your BS. Why are you still carrying it? Why are you still carrying it? That don't belong to you, but you've let it become a part of you. And even though they might be away from you, you sitting here at home in your own being. Some of y'all may not even be happy and be healthy and be happy being and comfortable being in your own skin. That might be something you might want to be dealing with this month. You're not happy in your own skin. Can you sit by yourself with nobody else in the house and the TV not even on and not even my beautiful voice? Can you sit down by yourself in the quiet, maybe a little soft music playing in the background and be happy just being by yourself? Are you comfortable being in your own skin and being with you and your thoughts and your energy? Are you comfortable? Because if you're not comfortable doing that, you might want to check it. There's things, there's paradigms, there's thoughts, there's injuries, there's trauma, there's all this stuff that's still rolling around in you that you are carrying, and you're carrying around somebody else's burden that they had, that they put on you because they thought they was helping you to train you. They thought they was helping you to live a better life. They thought that this would prepare you to deal with this big old wide world out here. But what they really ended up doing is setting up a power, setting up a principality, setting up a structure that has now bound bound your thinking and bound your feeling so you cannot manifest that which you are truly meant to be and that which you came here to be. Now, if that resonates with anybody, I need y'all to put a yes in the chat. Matter of fact, I need you to put a hell yes, a heck yes, whatever you're comfortable with. But I need you to put that in the chat. I need to know y'all is listening to me today. Because, I could have gone and got me some food because I am hungry. But I came on here to talk to y'all for just a little bit. Again, hello to Rumble, hello to Facebook, hello to YouTube. And y'all, like this, please. It's going to help me. We're starting to grow again. So please help me with the algorithm just a little bit, if you don't mind. I see some hell yeses in the chat. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know that you're listening to me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. 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 So with this Chiron here, let's get back to the chart. With this Chiron and Mercury in Aries being conjunct, like dead on top of each other, 21 degrees. Now Mercury's fast moving, so you got to catch him. Mercury moves real quick. Chiron, remember, is the wounded healer. How does the wounded healer show up in your life? The wounded healer shows up in your life as the area in which that's your Achilles heel. Okay? That's your Achilles heel. And that's where somebody can get you. That's like the one thing, it's just the few things, not just one, the few things that feels like you just can't keep getting over. You just can't seem to get over. But what you're meant to do is begin to get over them. Or for them not to be so prevalently important in your life. For instance, my Chiron is right about in this area. No, maybe a little bit earlier. In Aries. So there are some things, my moon's in Aries and my Saturn's in Aries. There's some things that really get my goat. One of which is when people tell me I'm crazy or that they just, you know, they think I lack common sense. That really bothers me. It used to bother, well, it used to. It don't bother me anymore. I don't care what you say. It used to bother me when people would question not just my authority, but my authority in a specific topic. Why? That I knew what I was talking about. Why? Because my father used to question it all the time. Baby, let me tell you, all the time, all the time. He thought he was helping me, but all the time. When you question my work ethic, that used to bother me. Gotta always do, gotta always do, gotta always do. And you could hurt me because my moon in Aries allows me to love completely. So it just kind of lets me, like, I will sacrifice myself for you. Okay. Also being a Cancer sun doesn't necessarily help, but I will sacrifice a lot for you. I'll give you a whole lot of leeway. And then when you do me wrong, boy, that hurts. But I would steady open myself up to it. I didn't have proper boundaries set. You understand what I'm saying? So this North Node in Aries, it'll be there for a little bit longer, y'all. This North Node in Aries should be inspiring us. That's what this is right here, the upside down horseshoe. It should be inspiring us to ascend to evolve to what we came here to do. Not what your mama, not what your daddy, no disrespect. Not what your grandmama, not what the teacher said you should be doing, not what the college professor said what you should be doing, not what they said you should be doing on the news. What are you meant to do? Because see, some of y'all have pushed y'all dreams down so far, you don't even remember what the hell they are. Do you understand what I'm saying? You don't remember what the hell your dreams might be. I'm gonna let you sit with that. Now is the time for you to remember. Some of y'all are at an age where you're like, God dang it. I done raised my kids. I done been a wife. Maybe got divorced. Maybe I didn't. I done been a sister. I done been an auntie. I got the career. I got all this. And I never went back to my own dreams. Never went back to my own. And they so far gone. Some of y'all of a certain age, you might even remember what the heck they was. But I bet you if you go deep down and gonna go to that inner child, you're gonna remember. And maybe it's not the same. Can't look the same as it did then. But I want you to grab the essence of what you're here for and what impact you're here to make in this world. You didn't just come. Listen, raising children is great. Having grandbabies is wonderful. It's even better. All these, like, that's a great thing, right? I raised three. I know. And they're wonderful, wonderful human beings. That's not all I came here to do. Because guess what? They grown. They on their own. They doing their own thing. So if that was all I was here to do, then I might as well go crawl in the grave right now. Just let's go and get me the casket and keep on going. My life isn't over. Your life isn't over. But especially as women, we give. Men too. Y'all give, y'all sacrifice, y'all do all these things, but then might not necessarily follow your own dream. Okay. So the North Node is pulling on us saying, what the heck? This is what you here for. This is what you here for. Why are you not doing it? Why? And then Chiron is saying, but every darn time I try, like Michael Corleone said in The Godfather 3, every time I try to get out, they pull me back in. Every time you climb, they pulls you right back. Every time it seems like you're going to ascend, this pull. Somebody does something to muck you around. But guess what this is saying? Guess what Mercury here is saying? Not today. Mercury is saying, not today. Oh no, pimp. I'm tired of you and your mess. You did me dirty for the last time. You stolen from me for the last time. You tried to keep me down for the last time. I'm not trying to hear rhetoric about, this is across all lines. I'm not trying to hear. Oh, Lord. Y'all ready for this one? If you're ready for this next one, say I'm ready in the chat. Say I'm ready in the chat if you're ready for this next one, because this one's going to be deep. Layla said I was doing that prior to you coming online. I do that a lot, and some people who know that think it's weird. I do enjoy. That's good. Goddess says Saturn and y'all ready to see? Y'all ain't ready. I only got a couple readies. I need to see y'all ready. Your South nodes in Aries. My North nodes in Aries. Hey, Anna Star. Hey, Anna. Y'all not ready? Oh, okay, come on now. Y'all ready? Hey, Victory to me. How you doing? It may be time. Come in close. It may be time for you to look at the spiritual, religious, let's just say, constructs you've been taught and you've been underneath. And it may be time for you to rethink them and tear them down. It may be time for you to realize that for, let's say, us women, that submission does not mean servitude. That submission does not mean slavery. It may be time for you to recognize and realize that some of the things you may have been taught in the way and the interpretation from the person standing behind that pulpit, or sitting behind a microphone and recording something and broadcasting it over the airwaves, or even the people even sitting around just discussing the Bible, that the interpretation that we perhaps have been given of the belief system that we are walking in, maybe some of that ain't quite all that it's meant to be. And maybe some of those are principalities and powers that have ruled you and kept you in darkness and incapable and unable to step outside of that into the light because you have been convinced that you are just a lowly, disenfranchised, disempowered. Now I'm going to cross over here into the political space a little bit too. That you've been disenfranchised, disempowered, that you are on the outside looking in, forever will be, that you are a minority. There was I think it was the BET Legacy Awards that where Prince received a lifetime award. I think it was the BET Awards. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. But he said to this crowd of people, and a lot of people didn't get it. They didn't want to get it. But then they find, the producers and everybody else was looking at him like you're crazy. Because he said, if you look out here and the reason why I do not call myself a part of a minority is because if you look, there is nothing minor about you. Stop allowing other labels to be put upon you, paradigms, thought processes, things to be so intrinsically put within your being that you cannot shine your light because of the principalities and powers that have ruled the darkness over your life. Okay. All right. Okay. Do you understand what I'm saying? Time for a reinterpretation. Amen to that. I'm going to go a little bit further, MPE. That word submission has been mistranslated. One day we'll go through that. That word submission was mistranslated and inserted. Let's move on. Because see, if you can get the creators, the creatrixes, those that can bear life and those that can produce life, carry life and then bear it into a point of submission, then for generation upon generation upon generation upon generation, what comes birthed from her portal will be born into submission. That really wasn't where I was going with all this, but we're going to go to the original. Okay, let's go to the depths of it. Because Chiron goes to that original injury, it goes to the original pain, it goes to the original what is really bothering me, what is really there. And if you've been born into submission and you've not figured out that that's not really where you were born into, you were really born into power, you were really born into divinity, this is what you truly were born in. You were born as a creator or creatrix of your own world, that you were born to liberate and be liberated. If you can put that off to the side, then maybe you can finally set proper boundaries and standards for yourself so that when you go forward after this new moon, now what happens is you begin to create truly what you love, what is your really innate love, Venus. You can see it clearly, new moon. And you're willing to take the change and make the sacrifices that it takes in order to get what's given to you. It's already been given to you. Do you understand? You've already been preordained. I'll go back to the Bible to help everybody out. Preordained, predestined, set apart, sanctified for this time, this season, to do what you are here to do. It is time to wake up and do it. This moon is putting the battery in your back, giving you the words to say rise above everything that has held you back and held you down so that you can create that life and finally step into where you're meant to. If you've been dealing with something for years upon years and it just never seems to get better, and it's an ugly cycle that just keeps you just take 3 steps forward and 2 steps back, 3 steps forward and 5 steps back. It just keeps going, and you can never really dig yourself out of the hole. I am going to ask that you look at yourself and see where there are self-fulfilling prophecies that are in operation. That's what this moon is allowing you to do. There are self-fulfilling prophecies that are in operation in your life. And those might be programs that are running in the subconscious. You know, your computer has like background programs. You ever looked at that? Even your phone. Even your phone. Your phone, sometimes there'll be background apps. Apps that are running in the background. Pages that are running in the background. And they're doing what? They're taking up memory. They're taking up energy. This is good. They're taking up memory. They're taking up energy. They're taking up space. You just keep doing the same damn thing over and over and over again. You can't figure out why. This is allowing you to pull back all of the energy, the emotion to it, the fear, whatever, and say, what in the world is it? What program is it in the background that keep on running and I can't seem to stop it? Let me find that and kill that app. Can you find it and turn the program off? Can you finally speak to the power that has been over you and say, I know you were put here to help protect me, but respectfully, I don't need you no more. Respectfully, it's not necessary. Thank you, but I'm going to push on. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take this energy up over here. Saturn is direct. Neptune is direct. Everybody's direct except for Pluto. Saturn is direct and Neptune is direct. Now, Neptune's going to go retrograde again before it exits Pisces. However, Saturn is helping you construct the dreams. Amen. Saturn is helping you, amen, to construct the dreams. Saturn is helping you to construct the dream. Bring manifestation, bring it into this world. This is what, when y'all work with me in different ways, this is my purpose is to help you find that construction. Find out how to bring it into the earth. Right? Find out how to bring it into the earth so that it's no longer a dream, but it's a reality. That you take what is of the ethers and of the higher dimensional self and you bring it into and birth it into the earth. That's what you're here for. You're here to create. Why are you not creating? And last but certainly not least, we have Pluto up here, child, in retrograde still. Now, let me tell you something. Pluto in retrograde. Pluto in retrograde is giving you yet another chance. It's chilling like a villain. Amen. But it's saying, listen, now there's some transformations we're supposed to be doing. And these transformations that you're going through, do you understand that if you do not continue to go through and finish going through your transformation, you will not be able to fulfill what you are meant to do? It's in the 10th house. This is what you're supposed to do. This is what you're supposed to be known for. So if you don't do the transformation that you're meant to do, you'll never be known for making the great change in the collective and reaching this all ties together and reaching the people, your tribe that you're meant to reach. Can I get some I am powerful in the chat, please? Can I get some I am powerfuls in the chat? I want you to write I am powerful. I don't care what you're doing. If you're watching me on your television, I want you to log into your phone and I want you to go to this video and I want you to write in the chat, I am powerful. Okay. I am powerful. And then I want you to write, I am empowered. I am powerful. I am empowered. This is the realization that you must make. Because if you don't step into your power, there are thousands of people that won't be able to step into theirs. Can you understand what I'm saying? If you don't step into your power, there are thousands of people that will not be able to step into theirs. Why? Because you've not stepped into your power so you can reach them. That's the responsibility that you have. You don't have the responsibility to people that use and abuse you. That's not that you don't have that responsibility. At the end of the day, you can honor your mother and your father and not be responsible for them. I can help them, but they still have to live. This is why there's the verse that says every man must work out his own salvation with fear and trembling. You got to work out what the heck it is you're supposed to be here to do. And some of y'all, I love you, but if you really look at it, you've had the same exact thing going on every time, the same cycle over and over and over and over and over and over again. I want you to use this new moon to finally speak. Thank you all for putting that in there. Thank you so much. I love that, Anna. I am power itself. Absolutely. The embodiment of power. I want you all to use this new moon for the purpose of speaking to those things that have plagued you and those cycles for so many years and finally choosing yourself. Hey, Sister Michelle, how are you? And finally choose yourself. It's not selfish. It's the way it should be. This is a powerful manifestation. Moon on. This is a fresh start. Look at this as a clean slate. Some people are saying that Venus is close enough to be conjunct to the new moon. I feel like it's just a little too far away. However, it's applying, which means it's coming towards it. So I want you to really step into this love, this self-love. I want you to step into this love that comes from the Creator, this universal life force, this God force that is here with your angels, your ancestors, your guides. And feel supported, almost as if you're a newborn baby and you've got mother and father supporting your head, supporting your back, so that you are cradled in their hands. And there is nothing they won't give you and nothing you cannot do. Can y'all do that for me? We'll probably be coming a little bit tomorrow with I'm going to be discussing numerology tomorrow. I'll be honest with you. We're going to talk about some of the numerology. And then also about the new, not only just of this moon, but just numerology in general and how you can begin to use it in your life. I don't want y'all to forget, if you go to my channel, if you become a member of the channel, we're having our first weekly 60-day manifestation challenge meeting. Tomorrow, we're going to be going over the first three chapters of Ask and It Is Given. We're going over the first 3 chapters of that tomorrow at noon. And then at 2 p.m., I want you all to go to this link that I just posted. I want you all to go to this link that I just posted. That is going to take you to this site, and you are going to be able to sign up for my Becoming a Spiritual Life Coach webinar. This site that I'm about to show you right now. Let me go over here. Let me do this. It's amazing what we can figure out how to do, right? When we need to. It's going to take you to this site, right? And you're going to be able, let me close this out. It's May 5th from 2 p.m. Eastern to 3 p.m. Eastern, or 11 a.m. to noon Pacific. And if you're ready to discover your calling as a spiritual guide and coach, help empower others to awaken their wisdom and live a fulfilling life and transform your pain into powerful spiritual coaching, I want you to go on and save your spot. Okay. I really didn't want this to have too many people, so I am limiting the spots. So, but you all are hearing this, so I want each and every one of you, if you've ever thought about this, and even if you just want to learn these things, like inner child healing, um, like coaching guidelines, like metaphysics, the energy body, how it functions, all sorts of things. I want you to go there. And this is one of the, I don't do this stuff often, but I am going on and taking all of the spiritual knowledge and things and coaching that I've been doing for years now, and put it into a concise, powerful, power packed certification course. This course is nothing like anybody else has out here, hands down. I can guarantee you that. Now, tomorrow, I'm also going to give you some tips and tricks about and ways to develop some of these things like your intuition and things like that as you become a spiritual coach, and some of the things that you may or may not run into and why you would, you know what I'm saying? So just some of the lay down foundation, but you will have an opportunity to join us in our first run of the spiritual life coach certification. You guys are amazing. I love you all. I did see someone that they did book a reading with me. Thank you very much. Savannah says self-love is difficult being selfish. That's actually true. But a lot of people feel that if they do operate in self-love, that somehow that's selfish. That's not cool, right? You can have self-love and not be selfish, as you should be, right? Yeah, I don't find it. I love seeing the I am powerful. This is awesome. You guys, I really love being with y'all. Now, I do have to get something to eat. I really do have to get something to eat. I will put up though tonight. I'll decide what time I'm going live tomorrow night. I'll put that up so that you guys can catch me. Do come if you have any interest at all. Do come. It's pinned in the comments above. Also, bring a friend. Um, Friends that you have that are interested in becoming a spiritual life coach or want to just understand more about it, what that really entails and what that means. Y'all come on through. Okay. And we'll be doing much more in the near future, like tarot classes and things of that nature. So we're astrology course. So we're we're gonna be doing the darn thing. Okay. I love y'all so very much. Let me stop sharing this, and we're gonna get on out of here so I can go eat, y'all. I know y'all don't want me to wither away and starve to death. Not that I would. Anyway, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Okay. And leave me some comments below. What do you plan to do for the new moon? And also leave me some comments below if you want me to put together a crystal grid and or a new moon ritual. If you all be interested in doing that, potentially on the 6th, the night of the 6th coming into the 7th, I think we could do that, and or on the 7th. Okay. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you guys so much. Namaste. Bye, gang.